the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
Well, I hope your Friday's off to a wonderful start. For the snow lovers, hey, northern Oklahoma, that's the place to be. In the metro, we did not get any snow. As Addie just mentioned, the roadways are wet. Cassie Heiter's got a lot to get to because we do have snow chances coming up in the metro on the 9 days. She'll have that coming up in just a minute. She's here because it's snowing. And hey, we don't get to talk about these things often. It's been a while, hasn't it? November 25th was the last time we had big-time snow, and that was in northern and northwestern Oklahoma. Once again this morning, trackers are out. Val and Amy Castor, along with Marty Logan, where the snow is covering the roadways up north. For the other areas on our Lucky Star Skycam network in the metro, no winter weather, and that is what we've been telling you was going to happen. Let me show you where we do have a couple of problem spots. Let's go out first to Marty Logan, and Marty getting reports from Woodward County all across northern Oklahoma back over to Ponca City of conditions just like what you're showing us. Give us an update.
Okay, so I am Highway 11, 132 junction in Grant County. Roadways are covered in slush and snow. I was receiving moderate to heavy snow. It's kind of lightened up right now, 33 degrees. I'm getting reports from Fourth Supply, Woodward South of Woodward Moreland, that we have snow-covered roads back in far northwest Oklahoma. So I'm going to head back that way and give that a check. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Marty Logan, of course, keeping folks updated, along with Val and Amy Castor. Val, those are big old snowflakes. Earlier you said golf ball-sized snowflakes, and the slickness scale was a 4 out of 10. It's been about 15 minutes. How's it looking now?
Yeah, still golf balls falling, not hail, but snow. And the slickness has gone up to about a 6 on the roads and about an 8 maybe on the bridges. So the bridges, all the roads are completely covered. Grass is covered. It's slushier on the roads, but the bridges are a little slicker, so be careful if you're driving. Lacey?
Okay, great update. Again, this is right along the Oklahoma-Kansas border, and those are the conditions. Elsewhere, really across the state, things are looking pretty good. Let me show you the road conditions for folks traveling from Woodward to Buffalo to Cherokee, all the way back up into Kay County, snow covered at times. Now, we're checking as far as school closures go. We have no school closures reported. Hooker Public Schools are delayed until 10 a.m. If we start to see any more delays, we'll let you know. Also getting some slick spots and snow-covered roadways in far eastern Oklahoma, but it's from Woodward to Buffalo, Laverne, Alva, Cherokee, Medford, all the way back up to Newkirk, where it's changed over to snow. Oklahoma City, some drizzle. That's all it's expected the rest of the day, with some wet roadways. We're above freezing and slushy to becoming snow-packed in the north. But as the sun comes up, that will start to improve. I want to show you what the storm has done for January. It's a wonderful rain. 1/4 inch of rain in Oklahoma City, an inch of rain in western Oklahoma. This is going to be great moisture for folks in the north as well. A trace to an inch, and some areas closing in on an 1.5 inches right on the OK-Kansas border. What's it look like on radar? Looking down, look at the big spin going on. The dry slot with this upper level low is plunging in over Oklahoma City. Now the precip is in the far east and northeast, and if we take a closer look here, I've taken that precip mask off. It's mainly all snow with a little sleet mixing in the north, getting a little snow in Enid as well. Down south, we are dry on Next Gen Live. We'll keep an eye on it through the morning. This will go on through about 9, 10 o'clock. Temps of below freezing in the far north. The rest of the region, upper 30s, low 40s, 1 to maybe 3 inches in spots is what we're expecting through the morning. And then there's more storms on the way. Cassie Heiter, you've got that all dialed in. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, no, we've got a few storms to talk about, but let's start with what is actually happening today and what will happen later this afternoon and evening. Well, all the snow, that's going to stay well to the north. In Oklahoma City, if we get anything else, it's going to be very light. So we're talking very light rain or even just a little drizzle from time to time. Now, as the storm wraps up and moves off to the north and east, eventually on the backside of that, it will swing in a little bit more moisture. So we are looking at the chance of light rain lingering through later this evening. It's just not going to amount to a whole lot. So as we go throughout the weekend, generally, it does look pretty dry. We're going to have a weak wave pass to the north as we get into tomorrow. So it's still going to be very chilly. Sunday looks fantastic. Highs climb well into the 50s for a lot of us. It also still looks dry, just a little bit more wind. We're going to be talking about what is taking place on Monday. Monday, that's going to be our next storm. Right now it has plenty of moisture to work with, but it's going to be warm enough that it's going to start as plain rain. Later Monday night, eventually it will change over to snow and bring some cold air in for Tuesday. But good news, by about midweek, the cold air kind of drifts to the north. Temperatures may get back to around 50 before the next next storm moves in. And right now we're kind of looking at a couple of waves. The first one moving in on Friday and the next one moving in on Saturday. And they both are going to be cold enough that we could still see more snow in the state. So for this morning, the chance of rain overall, it's going to be very low across the metro. In fact, it's going to be very, very light. But across the north, we're keeping the snow in the light winter mix for this afternoon. Still chances overall low for much of the state, but that winter mix and light snow, that could continue across the far north. And same thing for later this evening. If we get anything here in the metro, it is going to be extremely light. So temperatures today, they're not going to move a whole lot. For this afternoon, topping out at about 40, 30s to the north, 40s down to the south, and then overnight dropping down to about freezing here in Oklahoma City. Tomorrow afternoon, still chilly. It's going to be a northwest wind, but it does look dry. Could even work in some sun, a little bit more sun for Sunday. Highs in the mid 50s, so it's going to be really nice, but that ends on Monday. Here comes the rain during the day, but again, Monday night into Tuesday morning, we're going to see that rain and snow mix in the metro, more snow in the north and west, and then after that, dry for a while before the next storm moves in that could produce a little bit more snow. We'll be right back.